tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like hey, bust it on the beat, throw, deep, rap, he a freak, though, man.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pahat.
Yes,
Welcome
good
to our
afternoon.
firm, Santoro and Malik Legal Consultant. Before we begin, let me explain the structure of our consultation. Everything you discuss today is protected under attorney-client privilege, meaning it will remain strictly confidential. My role is to understand your situation thoroughly, advise you on possible legal options, and help formulate a strategy based on Indonesian law and regulatory frameworks. A strategy based on Indonesian law and regulatory frameworks. Before we address the detail of your issue PT Uang Sukses Indonesia, I would like to confirm your full name, nationality, and your preferred method of communication.
Okay, my full name is Farhat bin Yusuf. I'm Malaysian national, and email or WhatsApp is fine for communication.
Thank you, Mr. Bahat. I also want to emphasize that this meeting is part of an initial consultation. At the end, if you wish to proceed with representation, we will provide a formal engagement letter outlining our scope of work, fees, and terms of service. For now, feel free to explain your situation openly. My goal is to help you understand your legal position and what step you may take the next.
Okay, thank you, Counsel. I appreciate that, and I'm ready to begin.
Very well. Let us start with your concern regarding PT Uang Sukses Indonesia.
I'm here because my investment fund at USI have been frozen, and the company has not paid any interest since June 2025.
I see. Before we proceed, could you please provide an overview of your relationship with USA?
I am one of the lenders in their peer-to-peer lending scheme. I signed a lending agreement facilitated by USI, which connect lender like me to property developer. USI promised a fixed monthly interest of 5%, and it was paid consistently until mid-2025.
Do you still have the lending agreement, transaction receipt, monthly reports, or correspondence with UC?
Yes, of course. I have all document complete, including screenshots of communication with their staff.
Excellent. Documents will be crucial. Aside from the failure to pay interest, do you have concerns about misconduct by UC?
Yes, several lenders noticed irregularities, sale of UST's office, sudden change in their shareholder, and allegation that the management embezzled lenders' fund.
Has UC issued an official explanation for the failure to make payments?
They stated that property sales were sluggish, causing liquidity problems. However, they refused to show clear financial statements.
Okay, understood. Approximately how much lender money is currently frozen?
Around 20 billion rupiah collectively. There are roughly 400 lenders in the same position.
Okay. Have you and the other lenders formed an association or committed or coordinate legal action?
Yes, we created a group to share information, but we need professional legal actions like from you.
Of course, from legal perspective, this case contains both civil and criminal implications. Civilly, UC has breached the lending agreement. Criminally, the allegation of misappropriation, falsification, or fraudulent inducement may constitute offense under Indonesian law.
Could you explain what must be proven for the criminal aspect?
Okay, of course, we need to demonstrate an intent that is or unilaterally appropriate fund as the first is misusing lender funds, second manipulating records, third concealing material information, fourth transferring asset without notice, and last any evidence of the strength of criminal complaints.
And what about the OJK license? Does it strengthen our position?
Absolutely, as an OJK regulated entity, UC must comply with PJOK rules on P2P
Thank you.
lending, including transparency, fund segregation, risk management, and consumer protection. Any violation of the Financial Service Authority regulation is significant.
From a civil law perspective, how strong is our case?
The strongest case is quite strong. There is a clear failure to perform contractual obligation, both interest payments and fundal withdrawals. You may seek the max court orders, asset seizure, and mandatory disclosure.
So, what the document should I prepare for future action?
You should prepare first is the original loan agreement, two all bank transfer proofs, third monthly reports of interest payments, fourth communication with UC, and last any evidence showing irregular transaction. The more detailed, the better.
Will it be helpful to bring witnesses?
Certainly, testimonies from the other lenders, former employees, or individuals aware of UC internal operation could strengthen evidently basis.
USI continues to claim the market condition caused their failure. How can we counter that?
Market is seldom does not exist with management or financial fraud. If you see different funds sold asset without transparency or failed to separate lenders' funds, we can argue that the root cause is misappropriation, not market condition.
And what initial strategy that do you suggest?
Okay, we will develop a chess theory centered on versus UC intentionally or negligently violated lending obligation. Two is You see, misrepresented their financial stability to lenders. The third is you see conduct cause significant financial loss and emotional distress. And the last is lenders act in good faith and rely on UC assurance.
Are emotional elements is relevant or not?
Yes, many lenders use retirement funds, inheritance, severance pay, or life savings, demonstrating the human impact can support both civil damage and urgency in regulatory intervention.
And what the weaknesses in our cases?
The weaknesses is UC may argue and practice the mistakes. They act in good faith. Two, the downturn was unprocessable. Third, they intend to repay within a year. Four is no misappropriation occurred. And the last is the first weakness is we must obtain evidence to rebut these claims.
And what do you think USI's case theory will be?
They will likely assert the losses stem from external economic condition, not misconduct. Two, they have ongoing repayment plans showing on no criminal crime intents. Third, all action we are taken to stabilize operation. They complied with the contract to the extent possible.
How do we counter the anticipated argument?
We will highlight inconsistent inter-explanation, show discrepancies in fund allocation, and emphasize the prolonged withholding of lender funds without transparency, evidence of asset sales, corporate restructuring, or missing money will help refute their narrative.
From your explanation, I want to ask, what role does OJK play here?
Okay. The OJK can investigate, suspend UC license, request a financial disclosure, or appoint a supervisory team. Filing a formal complaint with OJK is advisable.
And would meditation be useful at this stage?
Possibly, but not after UC provides clear financial documentation with transparency. Meditation may only delay resolution.
Okay, maybe this is gonna be my last question. If USI files for bankruptcy, what happened to us?
The Japanese lenders become creditors in the bankruptcy process. Early legal action could have secured priority over remaining assets.
Okay, I understand. And what's the next step after all of that?
Okay. You could please send me all your documents today. After reviewing them, I will draft both a civil claim strategy and criminal complaint outline. We will also coordinate with the lenders group to move collectively.
Okay, I think everything is clear, and thank you for being our
You are
lawyer
welcome, Mr. Farhad.
and taking this case.
I will assist you to be the best of my ability. We will pursue every legal avenue available for you.